For those who aren't familiar, my name is Ed Troxel. I'm Ed Troxel Creative, and my website is edtroxelcreative.com. What is a domain name? A domain name is your address. It's your online street address, basically. I say street address because I always like to relate websites to your physical location, your home, so that way you kind of realize what it is. Thank you for those hearts. I was just going to ask for that to see if I am still connected. Perfect. So think of a website as your digital home, and that's how everything's going to revolve around there. Domain name, it's your street address. It's where people can find your house, which the house is your website. So what is a domain name? It's just it used to be www.whatever.com. Nowadays, you don't really have to have the wwws there. It can just be like for mine, edtroxelcreative.com. Boom, it still takes you there. So that's what a domain name is. Now, when you're thinking of a domain name, there are so many different routes you can go in terms of what you want to include in the domain name and where you want to buy it. I highly recommend that first you think and brainstorm, pen and paper, Evernote it, whiteboard it, whatever. List out the different domain name ideas you have. And you want to make sure that it represents not only you, but your brand as well. So remember, this is something that you're going to be giving to people, friends, family, and complete strangers, to find you and to come to your home and check out what you have to offer. Check out those cool, lights that you have, or that cool camera, or that big 70-inch, flat screen TV. Whatever you put in your home on your website here, that's what you're going to be directing them to, is the domain name, and then that way they can come see what you have to offer, what you're showing off there. So be mindful of that when you are building your domain name. And you want to also include keywords in your domain name. So for instance, if you are a fitness instructor, a personal trainer, you would probably want to do your name and then something with fitness in it. You want to try to be creative. That's why I did Ed Troxel Creative, is because I do a lot of different things, and having my first name and last name in there for me and what I'm building is perfect, because I'm building an umbrella company to have my different brands and different services underneath it. So Ed Troxel Creative works for me because it's creative and it's everything that I have underneath that. But for you, you need to see what is it that you offer, and what is it that you're trying to sell. And then from there, thanks for inviting your followers, I appreciate it. From there, you want to see, is this domain name good for what I want to do? And so that's why I say brainstorm. Have a few days where you're just thinking of different options, and then do your research as well. You want to research those options online. Don't type them in. Listen up. Do not type your exact domain name into GoDaddy or name.com or cheapnames.com, I think is one. Don't quote me on that last one because I don't shop there. But anywhere that there's a domain register where you can buy a domain name, do not type in your domain name until you are ready to purchase, if it's available. Because there's little bots and everything there that once you start typing, supposedly it can pick up that that's a domain name that you want, and if you don't buy it then, it may not be there later. I mean, I don't know that 100% for sure, but that's always been out there. So take a look at Google, go search for it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Go over to Google, search, to see what pops up, and also take a look when you're searching for topics. Like, let's say you put in fitness or you put in technology or whatever, just random, keywords. Take a look at the very bottom of the Google search results where it has those related search results. And then that will kind of give you ideas as well for your domain name, your street address that you're going to give to people to find you, right? And so then once you have your brainstorming done and you figure out what you like and what works for you, and you can ask people that for their opinions and do a little poll on Facebook or whatever. But once you have that, then you can go to a domain register, which most people know GoDaddy. I have GoDaddy for some of mine. I have switched for most of my purchases over to name.com. I am an affiliate for them / they have referral offerings. So if you're looking to do that, I'll put the link over on my blog. If you use my referral link, we both get $5 for future purchases. So there's a benefit for both of us, right? I use name.com just because I really like their support, and they have great deals on domain names, and it's super easy and affordable for all of that. Also, what you want to pay attention to is the .com. That's what you really want. That's still ideal. You'll still see all these other ones pop up, you know, .org, .net. Well, I don't even know if .net pops up anymore, but .biz, .guru, .tech, I mean, .rocks, .live, .tv, there's so many out there, and you'll see that there's some pretty crazy pricing too. I mean, anything from 99 cents to, you know, $2,000 plus. So keep that in mind that you really want to hit the .com, and if somebody already has your .com, then you need to go back to the brainstorming drawing board, right, and see, okay, what can you do that would be different? Can you shorten it? Can you make it a little bit more personal? Whatever it is, you want to play with that. And you also want to remember that when you're creating your domain name, you do not want to have a whole run-on sentence. You don't even want a short sentence. What you want is a couple key words. The shorter the better, to be honest. You know, if you can get it down to one word, that's golden, you know, like apple.com, gap.com, anything like that. 2 or 3 words, okay. But then when you start going past that, then it gets kind of crazy, right? Because then and sometimes you can't help it, and that's fine. But you remember, you're going to give this address, this web address, your domain name, to random people who don't know you, and you want to make it easy for them to remember and to type in. And then once they have it typed in, if your offerings and things apply to them, then they're going to bookmark it and save it, and then they'll easily get to it. But you want to make sure that it's short, sweet, and to the point, and it has at least a key word in there that will help with your what's called SEO, your search engine optimization. So that's how Google ranks you in the search results. If you are looking to build a website and you want to do it yourself and you don't want to hire somebody, I just came out with a new course called WordPress Made Stupid Easy for you. It's everything you need to build a website. It includes purchasing your domain, getting web hosting, getting WordPress installed, and putting a premium theme on there that you can actually edit and move around and play with without having to know code. Pretty much walks you through every single step there, so that way it's all set up for you.